Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints. With that, let's get over to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome with the call from New Orleans. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
The drive begins with a run by Ivory. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. And now the offensive starters for the Packers.
And they should come in pretty well rested because they had their open week last week. Ideally, all teams want to have that open week later in the year rather than this early. But you make do with what they give you. So you take the time off, rest up, heal up, and come in ready to play.
Let them know.
On second down, Ivory. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. And now for the first time, we get a look at this defense that was very stout last week.
And all they expect to do is continue what they did a week ago. Play terrific defense and not permit that offense to get started.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Stanley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They'll run on first down. It's Ellis. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, second down. Here's a 2nd and 7. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. He finds Ivory here. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Ivory. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Picking up where they left off before the open week that they had last week as they won going into that. And no signs of being stale.
No, and that's really big for them because there's a trust factor that goes into this because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you usually get more time off. But if you win the game before the open week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. So they're making a statement that they like that time off.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here come the Saints now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
Here's Campbell. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good down to possibly take a shot. And, in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Flush to his right. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's the fullback. His 4th touchdown on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 9 now. Sliding out of the pocket. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They're going to look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This is taken at the 18. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
198.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert flushed out right. Open man here is Scott, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a 1st down. On 1st and 10. Herbert. And it's complete to Martin. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
He's going to take off with it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. And now a carry here for their fullback. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. 2nd and 2. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have taken the lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now a draw play. They go to Ivory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
A throw on the quick slant, going to be complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move. And
touchdown, Packers! A 7-yard touchdown grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Extra point right down the middle, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Martin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before break. Herbert. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run with a big man Campbell. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Looking to throw on second down. Herbert eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
We call that sack block.
Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
From the gun on third down. Herbert forced out to his left. And he finds a man. It's Martin. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass. They definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert is going to have the hook up to Scott. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. To throw on 2nd down. Herbert, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. On 1st down, it's Campbell. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun. Herbert, flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there. They'll run on 1st down. Campbell. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. He'll buy some time right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Well, fullback touchdowns have become rare. We just saw 2 of them by the same guy here.
And if you had him on your fantasy team, I'm hanging out with you now for stock tips.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They'll look to throw. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Stanley. 23 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Shotgun handoff this time. Ivory. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Rolling to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Ivory. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
The quick slant caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3 and not giving up 6.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So here are the Saints to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On the run, it's Campbell. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Flushed out right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. They'll get 3 out of the dump off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it, escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. So the Packers down 24-17. Exactly 1 minute remaining. Eluding the pressure right. He finds Matthews. And they work this out past the 25. 23 yards, the final tally. Back to throw. He finds his target. It's Matthews. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And this is hauled in by Matthews. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. He's back to throw, and Matthews makes the ground. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 5. Out to his left. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone, and that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone. They don't get it in, so they'll regret that, but flip it over. Making a stand in that portion of the field, congratulations to them.
So for New Orleans, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers,